We do everything to the max at Honeybadger.
To the max.
To the max.
It's like Steve Jobs and the dude had triplets, and they built an app. This is FounderQuest.
For some reason, that reminded me of the presence method that I use from time to time with our Ruby and Rails work.
In Ruby?
You know?
Yeah.
I didn't really actually know about that until I don't know, a year ago. I never paid attention because I always use the, present A and then do something or something else. But that presence method, that is pretty dang slick. I love that. That's one of the reasons I just love Ruby. Do stuff like that.
It's a very nice. Yeah, I like how it works.
I don't think I've used that one. So what does that do again?
So if you have a string that might be nil.
Okay.
So you have a variable that contains a string that could be nil. And you want to display something other than blank if it happens to be nil. So like username, right? You want to spit that out into a template. Well, you can say username.presence or whatever text you want as a fallback. And then what it'll do is if the string is present, if it's not nil, not blank, it will display the username, whatever's in the variable. But if it is nil, then it'll display the alternative, whatever your fallback is. So you don't have to use a ternary operator to like say, oh, if it's nil, then do this or that, You can just
that's
say,
nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty handy.
Yeah, it's fun. One of those little things that make Ruby such a delight to use.
So I think this week's podcast is going to be freestyle. It's going to be a little bit looser because we're coming up on the holidays. So this is our special holiday episode, I guess, where we talk about what are we doing in December. Last year we did a hackathon. Are we going to do a hackathon this year? What are we doing about time off? I would just like to know about some of this stuff because
I think first we have to talk about what are we having for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so this is going to come out like a week after Thanksgiving, though, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well,
that's okay.
What did we have for Thanksgiving? Looking back on that, I just have fond memories of it, of how delicious it all was.
We're getting on a dangerous, it's a slippery slope here because then the next week we're going to have to pretend like it's the week after Thanksgiving. So
we have to keep.
We're going to have to keep up this charade for the entirety of this podcast.
I don't know, Josh. I just got such a great deal on a flat screen TV on Black Friday that I just can't not talk about it.
This is going to be like podcast inception.
The Curtis household always has traditional Thanksgiving dinner. We have turkey, we have green bean casserole, we have some mashed potatoes, and of course, the sweet potato casserole. You cannot have Thanksgiving without the sweet potato casserole.
Oh yeah. Do you guys do like the marshmallows on top?
No, man, that's evil.
Well, that's the best part.
Strong opinions on FounderQuest.
Yeah, cannot abide the marshmallows. No.
It's all right. What's a food that you have a strong opinion about, Josh?
Turkeys. I like my turkey.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm very adamant that turkey has to be included. There are elements within our family that believe otherwise, so that's one of our disputes.
Well, I'm having duck this year. I hate to break it to you, so don't come to my house because, there's not going to be that many of us. So I don't know why I should make a turkey for that many people.
I mean, ducks, at least it's not like a fish or something like that.
Oh my God, who would do that?
Some people. I won't name names. I want to enjoy my Thanksgiving this year.
So I love Thanksgiving because it's like all about cooking and large extravagant cooking projects, which is like my favorite thing to do. So I posted the picture in Slack. I made some cultured butter, which started by, you buy some cream and you mix it with some bacteria and you let it sit out for a couple days. Then
I thought you just took it to an art gallery. Now you're cultured butter.
Oh yeah, that would probably be quicker. And let's see, we got the duck in the fridge. It's sort of air drying because you have to wait until the skin is like parchment, which is what they say. And then what else? I made a panna cotta with a leftover buttermilk for tonight. And and so for the sauce, I'm making duck l'orange, which duck a la l'orange. I don't know French. And I've never made this before. And so what I had to do is I had to buy like 5 pounds of chicken wings because I can't afford 5 pounds of duck wings. 5 pounds of chicken wings. You make stock out of them. You make about 2 quarts of stock or 2 liters of stock. And then you boil it down until it's like a cup of liquid. And then that's like the base for your sauce. So Yeah, so we're not messing around.
That's hardcore.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Now I'm hungry.
Well, too late because you gotta finish this podcast.
I know.
Too bad.
Well, let's get on it. I'm gonna come crash your Thanksgiving star. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you should. You should. I mean, there's like food for like 4 people.
So we've got a 25-pound turkey in the fridge. So that's what we're doing. We've got like our big family get together at my brother's house that we're going to. So we're doing the turkey. We usually do that every year. My wife Kaylin has a really good turkey recipe that she does. It's like a orange citrus brine that we do.
It's like a turkey l'orange.
Yeah, kind of. I'm not as learned as you are, Star, in the cooking department. So I'll leave that to you.
I looked up a recipe.
You have the internet. I guess I also have the internet. I'm just too lazy to use it. But we also have 2 15-pound turkeys in the freezer for later. That's how much I like turkey.
So those are your backup turkeys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know anybody actually liked turkey. To be honest, I thought it was just this thing that we all had to pretend to like for one day of the year.
I like turkey. I mean, I like the full dinner, but no, I mean, I get tired of it, but I also eat a lot of like lean meat for the protein factor, so it's good for that.
So when it comes to turkey, I have to know, what is your preference? Light meat or dark meat?
Probably, I mean, like dark. Everyone likes dark meat, right? But
no, I'm a light meat person myself. Yeah,
I like the light meat, but it can't be super dry.
Yeah, Star, light, dark.
I guess dark. I mean, yeah, usually like turkey breasts are really dry. Man, we're really getting the hard-hitting questions this week. It's getting too real. I think people might be having a hard time listening to this because it's so intense.
Be like Justin Jackson. Is anybody still listening?
Does he ask that?
He had this podcast episode a while back where he was talking about capitalism, and he was having like this existential crisis about being a business owner and et cetera, et cetera. And it was a fantastic listen. I loved it, but repeatedly throughout the episode, he's like, "Is anybody still listening?" Because he just is going on and on and on about this, and it was fantastic. So Justin, yes, I was still listening. It was great.
I kind of want to go. I'll have to go listen to that now. I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
I think.
We should have we should have a show about capitalism.
Totally. I'm sure we have opinions.
Yeah.
About what is it? Oh, it's okay. I'm not going to go there. So holidays. So it's important not to talk about politics during the holidays.
But we can talk about it at work, right? Because we're all friends here, right?
Yeah. So what are we actually talking about? Like, what does this have to do with we're doing some sort of, so last year let's talk about last year. We took some time off. We came back. We did a hackathon. Like, we took a fair amount of time off, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I think we took like 2 weeks off or 3 weeks off last year.
Let's say it was at least January. 3. I think it was like 3 weeks in December, and then we took the week for the hackathon right after. So I think it was like a month. January. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Thanksgiving is the beginning of the holiday season at Honeybadger, right? So after Thanksgiving, it's like we kind of slow down. Like we don't have a whole lot happening. We don't have a whole lot of customers asking for stuff. We don't, things just kind of chill. And so
that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. We should mention that we are kind of like a seasonal business.
Yeah,
people sort of, I don't know why, but like I have my guesses, but like our busyness comes in waves, right? I guess as people sort of get ready for, holiday season and they're putting up these websites and stuff, we get more people signing up. And then, after Christmas, as people are not doing anything or whatever, we get less people signing up. And so, so it's kind of like a natural downtime for us.
Yeah. So this month we decided, you know what, we should actually get around to doing that second product that we've been talking about for like a year now. And so one of the things on the table for this December is to spend some time researching that, like doing some prototyping or doing some market research or something. So instead of just kicking around and, eating our candy canes, we will also be doing a little bit of work by looking at some of the future kind of stuff we want to build.
Yeah, kind of similar to Hack Week, though. It's like very low pressure, like work on anything you want or not. Like I think it's very loose.
It was pretty loose. Yeah.
So are we ready to announce what the second product is?
Oh, no.
Are we ready to?
But we do have like a list of, I think, 4 or 5 things that we have in mind, like ideas that we've had over the past year or even that we've worked on. I know Josh has worked on one of these ideas, and he's thinking about picking that back up and doing it. I have a couple of things that I think are interesting. Ben has a great idea that he wants to do. It's actually would be quite a change of pace for us. So keep you posted on that if that happens, because that's really kind of fun. But I don't think it's too early to say exactly what they are yet. We don't want to spoil the surprise.
Okay, so it's not like it's not like this is not like, all right, we have to get this, we have to ship this in December.
No, not at all. No, this is definitely like research, experimenting, playing, having a diversion kind of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be trying to like ship the freaking blog. Like, this has taken so much longer than I expected. I know I could have just buckled down and like written a bunch of blog posts myself and had them sort of published by now. But then we run into the problem that I've run into before where I just run out of stuff to say. And then what are you going to do? So so I've been like working with these authors and we've got some articles done now and everything. But now it's like, do I want to get them illustrated? Do I want to do stuff like that? And sort of like, how do you, it turns out when you have like dozens of people working for you doing independent projects, maybe just having them all like in your email isn't the best way to manage them and not drop the ball. So setting up project management systems, like this whole management thing could be somebody's entire job.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it could be a career. Somebody should write a book about how to do it.
A book about management. I don't think that exists.
This hasn't been covered at all. I don't know. I'm really thankful for you, Star, that you're handling all that because, like, I don't know. I get mad when I have like a single meeting. It's bad enough just like showing up every week for this podcast. I don't schedule calls. Like, this is my only scheduled call during the week on a fairly regular basis. So I like that we have the flexibility to do that, but I guess sometimes you need to coordinate with other people.
Yeah. I'm kind of enjoying it. Like it's a big change of pace from the past like 40 years of my life, and having all these meetings and stuff and working with people. But it's actually a lot of fun because like these are smart people, and a lot of them are actually kind of like better writers than me. And I'm actually discovering that like my talent, I think, isn't actually. I'm a much better editor than I am a writer. Like if you give me something and are like, how do you rearrange this so it makes more sense? Like I can do that pretty easily, but it's like starting from a blank page takes me a lot more time. So I don't know. We'll see. It's fun.
It'll be a nice Christmas present to yourself to get some other blog posts up that aren't written by you, right?
Yeah, totally. I'm thinking about waiting until like January to publish them because it seems like readership always kind of goes down and people are, because maybe some people are reading stuff like slacking off at work, but I don't really know. I don't know if that's.
Plus, there will be like no one around to promote them. So,
that's a good point,
right? Because we're
all taking off and doing other things. So, like, I have a few projects that I've worked on, but I basically like already put the feature freeze on the year. Like, I don't think I'm going to actually ship anything from here on out. And I keep moving it up every year. So I think it's like, first it was like, in December, you're putting out the Christmas decorations. And then it's, it's the day after Thanksgiving. And then it's like, they're coming out the day after Halloween. Well, I think that's what I'm doing with my Christmas vacation. Like I'm basically done, I think. You may not know this, but I actually use the time around the Christmas holiday to do a lot of ops work that's disruptive or that could be disruptive. Things like upgrading our Elasticsearch cluster or upgrading our Postgres to the new version. I like to do that around Christmas time because like nobody cares, right? Because they're all taking a break. Everyone's gone away. So like if I happen to have the database down for 10 minutes instead of 2 minutes, well, I mean, people just don't care that much.
Yeah. So. Everybody's just sloshed on eggnog
on Christmas Eve.
Well, actually not Christmas Eve, but New Year's Eve actually is my favorite time to roll out stuff like that.
Really?
Yep. Nice. Yeah. Because like I'm an early riser, so I go to bed early, right? Typically. And on New Year's, my family is all like, you got to stay up with us and party, right? And I'm like, I don't care. It's just another day. But for them, it's fun. And so I'm like, okay, what am I going to do between the hours of 9 to 12 when I really would rather be in bed, So I'll go do some work. So, they're playing card games or whatever. Now, of course, I'll play with them and stuff, but also I'll have in the background a database upgrade happening,
Nice.
That's so festive. I love this time of year.
Yeah, it's great.
You mentioned Christmas decorations, Josh. Can I just say I've had my Christmas lights up for the past 4 years?
Nice. Yeah.
That's thinking ahead, man.
It's always, it's like a little tradition now. It's like you plug them in and see if they still work.
Yeah. No, I could get on board with a year-round Christmas lights thing.
Yeah, I don't do Christmas lights outside of my house. I do Christmas lights inside because why do I care what my neighbors see?
Yeah.
If I want to see pretty lights, they're going to be inside where I see them.
It is.
But I don't know. It's super.
Yeah.
It's really nice to you're coming home and it's dark because here in Seattle, it's dark at about 1 p.m. at this time of year. And you see these little festive Christmas lights welcoming you home as opposed to a dark lawn that could be full of killers and alligators and snakes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is that what it's like in the South?
I mean, pretty much. We didn't have alligators where I'm from, but lots of snakes. Yeah.
So yeah, December is a happy time at Honeybadger, right? We get to relax, work on fun projects, maybe take a few weeks off, maybe upgrade a database, whatever we enjoy doing.
So we get some special music. I wonder if we could find some special Jingle All the Way type music
for the background.
Yeah.
Some sleigh bells.
Do you have anything else to say about the holidays, or how long have we been talking? 20 minutes. So that should cut down to about 10 minutes once you cut out all the ahs and ums.
This is going to be we're leaving early for Thanksgiving episode, so we're not going to talk very long.
Okay. I mean, we could live cast our Thanksgiving dinners. I could go stand in line at the mall. Oh, they tore the mall down. Never mind. Sorry. I could go stand in line at Target.
Wait, Northgate's gone now?
Yeah. I mean, they're in the process of tearing it down. I live by a mall and they're tearing it down because they're building a light rail. So for all the non-Seattle people like Josh.
I have good memories of Northgate.
Yeah, it's a nice little mall.
Malls used to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
I know. It's like everything in life. It's so temporary and impermanent. All right. So
yeah, we're pretty much done here.
I think we're done. I think we're all short timers or something.
For real.
It's oh my God, is it 5 o'clock yet? Can we go?
It's totally noon. It's time to cut off.
All right, it's time for lunch. All right, gents, it was great talking with you about the holidays. I hope our editor was able to cut down all the silences and condense this into a 2-minute interesting podcast. And
it's worth listening to.
Okay, and this has been Honeybadger phoning it in. I was gonna say if you like this, please go review us, but actually for this episode, just don't review us because I don't think I'll like the results of that.
You should go have some dog instead.
Yeah, if you want to write for us, go check out our blog in the top nav. We've got a little link, and don't expect me to reply to you this week. Anyway, so this has been Honeybadger, keeping it festive.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Okay, goodbye, everybody.
FounderQuest is a weekly podcast by the founders of Honeybadger. Zero instrumentation, 360-degree coverage of errors, outages, and service degradations for your web apps. If you have a web app, you need it. Available at honeybadger.io. Want more from the founders? Go to FounderQuestPodcast.com. That's one word. You can access our huge back catalog or sign up for our newsletter to get exclusive VIP content. FounderQuest is available on iTunes, Spotify, and other purveyors of fine podcasts. We'll see you next week.